you. I feel very good. It's a special feeling. I don't know. You can't put it into words how it feels.
Listen to Fuzzy Zeller. Just talking
really
along.
Let's come back out here and golf 18 more holes. It's a great feeling to come out and shoot. I wanted to shoot under par, and I did it.
This one, Dave, like
beat this course again. Oh, yeah.
Want to shoot it under par, and I did. That's a film cameraman walking alongside of him, not one of our people. There you see Norman on the left, Zeller on the right.
And two different styles, both very powerful. And if we can stop them both at the top, you see Norman's more upright. Fuzzy's got his hands a lot lower, and they get to the top of the swing. You look at both the wrists there. Very good, very strong, and similar. Now, as we go through the ball, if we can stop at impact, you'll see that no matter how a player takes it back, tall player, short player, whatever, when they get down into the hitting position, they are again going to look much the same. Look at the right foot on each one of them. Look at their arms, right arm below on both of them, left arm leading through, full turn through. Man, that is strength, power. I wish everyone that was watching could do it like that.
Well, here's the last shot struck in anger, except for putting, he hopes.
That's a 3-iron. It's going a little left, but I think it's going to catch the green.
Yes, he did. And he's safely on the final green.
He just wanted to try that putt that Norman made yesterday.
That's right. Almost the same place, except he's on the putting surface. Just a little 2 feet closer, maybe.
Rossi, Frank Hannigan and I saw some guys trying that yesterday. When we were walking in, and they were coming within about 20 feet.
You know, it's interesting, David, that they let the pins stay in the same place today, except for one hole. I thought that was quite interesting.
It's not always the case in playoffs. That's right.
Yeah.
Now, Greg Norman.
Maybe Frank Hannigan can enlighten us a little on that.
This is a good-looking shot going right at the flag.
Oh, gorgeous shot. Well, a good one to end up with, at any rate, for Greg Norman. Frank Hannigan, the senior executive director of the USGA, is with us. Let me take the one side here, Frank, about 18-hole playoffs. People say, look, you get to the 7th game of the World Series, and it's all tied at the end of 9. You don't say, let's go home and sleep on it and play 9 more tomorrow. You say, let's keep going until it's over. And, of course, that's true in every major golf championship except 2 in the world now.
But those are the 2 that really matter. Yeah, but those are the 2 that really matter. It's an 18-hole game. The way I see it, after what happened yesterday afternoon in that last marvelous hour, when it was 18 holes was finished, everybody was drained. It was time then to stop and think what had happened and reflect on it and come back again today. I don't think it's written, we're disappointed today, but I don't think it's written everywhere that the conclusion of every event has to be a Bafo smash hit. Some of them are going to be disappointing. Well, I still think this is the valid way to do it.
Okay. I've been looking through the record book, by the way, and I think there have been 23 playoffs scheduled for 18 holes in the history of the U.S. Open. This, if he holds the 8-shot lead, it'll be the biggest margin. Now, returning the surrender towel of yesterday, Greg Norman said, okay, I give in, but with honor and with sportsmanship.
I don't know that I've ever seen that, where the man congratulated his opponent before you're actually finished.
Right. Biggest previous margin in an 18-hole playoff, it looks like, was Dick Mayer, beating Kerry Middlecoff at Inverness in 1957, 7 shots. Isn't over yet, of course. Now, remember that the flagstick is in the same place that it was yesterday, and that Fuzzy Zeller has almost the same putt that Greg Norman had yesterday, and here is that putt.
Greg was about where Fuzzy's bag is on the side of the green today. Of course, I still don't believe he can make it. I've seen this putt how many times now? 5-foot break.
And right down the middle of the hole. But that was yesterday. Fuzzy looked on a bit discouraged at that point because he thought it was for a birdie. He thought he was going to have to match that birdie to tie. That is as close to a moment of victory as Greg Norman was to come. But now here you see Fuzzy's. You know, as Dave said, where his golf bag is where just about where Greg was. So pretty much the same putt. A little bit shorter, but
Just
not
look how far he's aiming left, too.
Yep.
Now watch this. If he misses the hole or gets to the hole, this is what would have happened maybe to Greg's putt yesterday. That is so slick going down that hill.
They're still talking about it.
Probably said, how'd you make that thing yesterday?
Okay. So he's got something to finish up there. Greg Norman has some opportunity to birdie here.
Now, how's he going to finish? He'll almost be in Fuzzy's line. This may be a time, of course, it doesn't matter.
Now,
what would happen now if Fuzzy just walked over and picked up Greg's ball and gave it to him or something? I mean, do you absolutely have to finish it out in stroke play, Frank?
Yeah, you have to. As a matter of fact, that happened in the playoff. That's exactly what happened in the playoff in 1962. Arnold Palmer tried to concede a playoff to Jack Nicklaus, and Joe Dyer, the USGA, then said, made him put back the ball and hold it out. There's no such thing as a concession. We're playing stroke play here, not match play.
Right. Well, I'm glad you thought of all that.
Round of 75 for Greg Norman. Now, Fuzzy Zoeller with the par putt would give him a round of 67, the second best round in the championship. Tie for second best, and he had the best one of 66 last Friday, which seemed such a long time ago.
That's a terrific round of golf, and I think 67 would have won. No matter how well Greg would have played it. Look at this there. As they said, they'll still be friends after it's all over.
That's the way it is. A hug for his caddy. Frank Urban Zeller, age 32 of New Albany, Indiana. The United States Open champion for 1984.
By the way, they started at 1:45 Eastern time and whipped around there fairly fast playing off for a national open. And that's the way golf ought to be played. Just go on and play. And they both did okay.
I remember the first time I ever played the old course at St. Andrews, about 22 years ago, they had a sign on the first tee that said, a round of golf should take no more than 3 hours. It was implied that they'd not speak to you again. Now, those of you who would like to stay with us until 5:30 may certainly do so, and I hope a good many of you do, talking about the stations affiliated with the American broadcasting companies across the United States. However, if you'd prefer not to stay with us, your station, we're going to take a station break right now, and after that you can pick up on your own.